How's it going, guys? In this video I do want to talk about, I guess, like the game just in general. I would definitely have to say that this recent raid is something that definitely inspired this idea and kind of just like brought out this feeling that I'm at with the game. And being somebody who follows the JP side, like there are YouTubers that I watch I'm not going to reference to, but I am somebody who constantly tries to just, keep in mind of like what's coming down the pipeline. And seeing the JP side is something that just kind of scares me, like for the future of War of the Visions in general. In this video, I will be making comparisons to other apps, so if that's something that you're not really, seeing that's like fair or anything like that, this is definitely not going to be the video for you. But overall, I do want the community's opinion, so everything that I have to say in this video, please, leave a comment or just how you're overall, I guess, feeling about the game. So starting out, I do want to talk about my background a little bit. I started playing this game initially whenever Final Fantasy X first got collabed on the global side, and initially, like I said, in the honeymoon phase, I was having so much fun with the game. There were so many rewards you could get from the story mode. But as time started to dwindle on, I did start to feel the burn a little bit, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as it is definitely right now. I feel like I've made videos talking about like, what I would want to see as far as game modes and giving game mode ideas. And I have not seen anything from the community as far as like what they would like to see, what kind of game modes they would like, and any ideas as far as that. So starting out, that is what we're going to be talking about, is the lack of game modes. For this subject, I will be making a reference to a game called Dokkan Battle, as well as Marvel Future Fight. So starting out with Marvel Future Fight, there are a plethora of game modes, and even though there are some that I do and don't like, regardless of where I stand with them, there's still the option of doing so. We have things like ABX, which is something that varies depending on the day, to things like GBR, Giant Boss Raid, which is something that also varies from the day, World Boss, where you can actually choose which boss, you can do a reset, and that's not even including the guild battle, the timeline battle, multiverse invasion, and of course the story mode that every game mode has. And for me, I feel like that's something that War of the Visions has just not been working on, is like new game modes or just adding something to where you can just play the game a different way. Every now and again we have this raid, and the raid to me is in an absolutely horrible state. It is so boring to do. And even though it's not really like super often, if you're somebody who's not, pay to win, and you're somebody who's like keeping up with all the recent cards, the recent characters and stuff like that, you're already going to be at a disadvantage, and this is PvE. And even to top it off, the reward system in it is just horrible. You get like, what, a title? And even if you do like get, 2,000 or 1,000 viz or something like that, that's like one summon. That's not even that big of a deal. You're going against people who know life the game and just absolutely just grind and go crazy. So realistically, unless you have a lot of time on your hands, there's no way that you're going to be in that top 1%. And even if you are, you have to ask yourself, like, is it really worth it? You get bragging rights, and aside from that, what else? To even clear it, you have to get past 100 fights, and that's not even including the sub boss that you have to fight from filling up the gauge. And even though they do add like, one piece of equipment or something that you can farm for if you already have everything else maxed out, that isn't necessarily making the game any more fun. Dokkan Battle also has a thing called Boss Rush, Super Battle Road, Ultimate Clash, and something that is kind of similar to the second mastery in Extreme Z Awaken, which we'll move over to our next topic, is the rewards. The reward system in War of the Visions is absolutely fucking atrocious. And you can use the excuse that, okay, War of the Visions is a gacha game, so is Dokkan Battle. Dokkan's been going on for quite a few years at this point. And the reward system, in my opinion, has only gotten better and better. If we want to reference to like the second mastery ability, imagine every single time that you beat the second mastery ability that you got 1500 viz. Although it's not enough for a summon, it's pretty much getting you there. And if you want to push after that, it's just going to start giving you these statues that you can sell for gold. And that also goes up to 999. The Ultimate Clash is something that resets monthly, which is something that you can also pretty much get like about 30 to 40 Dragonstones from every month, not even include the story mode and all the other events that they have that just come and go. The only love I can really give War of the Visions is the pity system. I am definitely thankful for that, at least, because aside from that, you really have to hope that they do that viz banner, and even then they usually do it after like, you've already spent all your viz, so they want you to spend more money to kind of get that. Like, I don't really recall them like doing it like before a big banner came through, like, okay, we see that you guys are saving, so let's go ahead and let you double up right quick, and then we'll bring in the big banner. So the free to play experience versus the pay to win experience is definitely two different worlds when it comes to this game. Next up, I do want to talk about multi. Multi is absolutely terrible in this game, and although I feel like they did update it and add a little bit more, I guess what you would call control or something, it's still pretty bad. In Marvel Future Fight, there's a game mode called GBR, where you can send invitations to not only your guildmates, but your friends. You can tell who's online and who's not, so that you're not just spamming somebody who's not even there. Multi, in my opinion, is just one of the most toxic game modes, and it just really sucks that it's not being updated in a manner to have an invitation system. Overall, this is not me saying that I'm going to quit the game or I'm going to stop making videos on it or anything like that. I just really wanted people to know like where I stand, and I really want to know the opinion of the community. Like, where do you guys stand? Are you excited for anything except for like a character Sephiroth and or this reincarnation system that's coming through? I'm typically a really fair person. I'm not biased. I can see things from both sides of the spectrum, although I do have my own opinion and where I stand on things. So feel free to just leave your comments. I would love to reply to them and just see how everybody else is feeling. I just don't want this game to self-implode pretty much. I don't want to see the game just continue to do the same thing over and over again and be so reliant on new characters and new collabs without giving us a new way to play the game, or at least a way to use characters that we don't usually use. I just feel like the game has a lot of untapped potential and I don't know what they're going to do with it. For me specifically, I feel like there's always been a pecking order when it comes to like, you know, the app games that I play. And where I currently stand, War of the Visions is my number 1. Marvel Future Fight would be my number 2. Dokkan Battle was my number 3, but I'm kind of getting into Nier Reincarnation a little bit. I'm still like new to it and stuff, but I am kind of enjoying it, and it could be, you know, the honeymoon phase still. But it's an extremely fun game to just watch your, you know, team go on autoplay and just do what they do. Aside from that, you know, tell me about some of the games that you guys play, how they differ from War of the Visions, and, you know, how you're enjoying them, and maybe ideas from those games that could possibly fit into War of the Visions, because if I had to just pick one thing that I could absolutely change, it would just be a new game mode. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Take it easy.